boy opens the door and gets shocked to see her and says, "Shimmy, what are you doing on my bed?" She replies, "Rustam, Suman is not at home. That's why I'm lying on the bed. And anyway, Suman is going out for a week. So that you don't miss her too much, I came here." Then the boy shows his ring and says, "Do you see this ring? It's a symbol of Suman's and my love. It's our engagement. And what do you think? That I'll betray Suman for you? If you weren't her friend, I would have thrown you out of the house right now." The girl says, "Sorry, Rustam. Please forgive me. I won't do this again." The boy replies, "Look, you're a very good friend of Suman. That's why I'm forgiving you this time for your mistake, so that her friendship with you doesn't get ruined. But if you ever do something like this again, I'll tell Suman the truth." Then he closes the door and leaves. But Suman was hiding behind the door. She locks the door and says, "Let's take this test and prove one thing, that Rustam is not a cheater like other boys. He truly loves me and he is loyal to me." Her friend says, "Really, you are very lucky to have such a loving partner like Rustam. I'm jealous of you," Suman says. "Yes, and you know how the job of an air hostess is. Most of the time I have to stay out of town. If he ever called some girl behind my back, what would I do? That's why it was important to take this test." Her friend replies, "Yes, you're right. Now I know that Rustam is very loyal to you." Then both of them get up and leave. After they leave, Rustam comes into the room, picks up his phone, which he had kept for recording, and plays the recording, the same conversation that the girls had said. He says, "I knew something like this was going to happen. The more Suman thinks, the more I think ahead of her. And her friend, she's too eager to get involved. I'll deal with her." Then it's time for Suman to leave. She says, "Okay, I'm leaving." The boy says, "All right, take care of yourself." And he asks her friend, "What time is your train?" She says, "In about an hour." Suman says, "Okay, take care of yourself." Then she leaves. The boy closes the door, but the friend is still standing in the room. He comes from behind and hugs her. The girl gets shocked and says, "Rustam, you?" The boy says, "What happened? Why are you scared? Anyway, this is what you wanted, right?" The girl says, "But you said you were engaged and you wouldn't do anything like that." The boy takes off his ring and says, "Look, I've taken off the ring. Now I'm single. And anyway, Suman is gone for a week, so we can do whatever you want." The girl gets nervous and scared and says, "I think you should take a shower first since you just came from the office. I'll wait for you." The boy says, "Okay, I'll go take a bath. You be ready." Then he goes to shower. The girl takes a sigh of relief. When the boy comes back from the shower, he sees someone lying on the bed. It's Suman. He gets shocked and says, "Suman, you here?" Suman says, "What happened? Surprised?" He looks behind and sees her friend hiding. He says, "You? Didn't you leave?" Her friend says, "I called her." Suman says, "Yes, it was more important for me than my flight, to know what kind of person you really are." The boy says, "Suman, it's not what you think. Your friend is lying." Suman says, "Lies? Lies are not my friends, but yours. You've been deceiving me all this time. Get out of my house right now." The boy says, "Baby, why are you joking? You know how much I love you. I really love you." Suman says, "Oh, please, I don't want to hear anything. Get out of my house right now." Then he leaves. Suman sits down, very upset. Her friend comes and sits beside her. For that girl, she deserves at least one like.